It's hard to believe I'm saying this, but I've actually found a chorus pedal that I do not hate, and it is the Electro Harmonix Neoclone, which is kind of like the updated version of the small clone, which is kind of famous on some songs that actually sound pretty good with chorus, like... But besides that, I kind of have a problem with chorus. I kind of feel like it dates a lot of songs from like the 80s and 90s, and it was overused. And we're gonna talk a little bit about just kind of like how I like to use chorus and stuff like that, just to hear how the pedal works. It's very simple design. There's just a switch and a knob. The switch is a depth switch, which kind of controls like the frequency of the effect, right? So in down position and in up position. You can definitely hear a difference on like a sustained chord thing. And the rate is essentially the rate of the modulation of the chorus effect. So like a really quick rate would be like top speed. Creates kind of like a tremolo effect also. And then if you bring it all the way down, it's more of kind of like a phasey, flangey type feel, right? So one of my big problems with chorus is that I feel like it kind of affects the high end of the signal if you're playing with some kind of like a fast attack type thing, like that's just like, even if you roll your tone down, it kind of doesn't really work out for me. But a good way to decrease the attack of what you're playing is by not playing with a pick and playing with your fingers. And I think once you do that, then you get more of an idea of what chorus is actually doing for you. As long as you're not playing too fast. You can get some really cool stuff going on with this pedal. With the depth position down and the rate kind of, I guess we'll call that like 1 o'clock. I think you can kind of get a cool kind of chord thing going. And also too, if you want to hear with the clean sound without the pedal, it's just a Mesa 525 with a little bit of reverb on it from the amp. And then with. Alright, so if we kind of back it off a little bit. You can kind of hear the modulation at a slower rate. Now, I think one of the real strengths of this pedal is to get some cooler, drastic effects, right? So, like something like this, with the rate all the way up and the depth switch on, it kind of has something that isn't so much a chorus, but something a little bit different. Like something familiar would be a... So something like that is a good example of how you can use this as a chorus pedal, but not just get kind of like the standard low rate chorus sound that may be kind of like dating your guitar sound. Especially on acoustic guitars, I can't stand chorus. I remember I was at like a farmer's market, and there was this performer who was absolutely amazing, and he was selling CDs, and I actually went up and I bought a CD. I went back to my car, I put it in. It was like an acoustic French kind of singer-songwriter guy. Really cool stuff live. His acoustic guitar was just drowning in chorus, and it totally ruined the entire thing. So I've kind of had a bad experience with chorus since then, but I think the Neoclone is a really cool pedal that you can do a lot of different things with. And not to say that you can't use it with a pick, I just think you have to be a little more careful in the decisions you make and what kind of stuff. Like if you wanted to play kind of like a Tool, like... think it works with kind of like a bouncing back and forth type thing. But again, when you're playing more like, I don't really think it adds a whole lot. But anyways, it's definitely something worth checking out. It's not a super expensive pedal. I really like a lot of the stuff that Electro Harmonix does, so feel free to check one out.